All right, so week 13, right? I don't think this is going to be a long video. But then again, every time I say that, it turns into a fucking 20-minute video. But actually, I really don't think it's going to be a long video because I kind of already covered the Falcons a little bit in the Miami post-game video. So really, to me, there's really not much to cover with this game. I'll do a prediction, whatever that's worth at this point. But one of the reasons why I like to do these videos, the pregame videos, like this late in the week, is because you never know what's gonna like unfold during the week. And it was just like a couple of days ago, they talked about Rodgers, right, with his recovery and possibly coming back this season. So I'm gonna talk about that probably more than I'll talk about the Falcon game. Because to me, I gotta be honest, like it's a joke to me that this guy is even, there's no way in my mind that this guy can actually even want to come back this season. The only way that I could see it being a legit thing is if they were making a playoff push and they could possibly get into the playoffs. Then I could see him wanting to come back. But it certainly does not look like that is going to happen for this team this year. So what's the rush in getting back? I don't get it. They said that there was like some type of a 21-day practice window for him now. To be honest, I don't even really know what the fuck that means. I even read the article and I still don't even know what the hell they're talking about. I guess he's gonna practice for 21 days. I don't fucking unless I'm missing something here, I don't really catch what they're trying to do or say with that. But apparently he's started some limited practices. And listen, like I said, man, I mean, do you see any reason why this guy should come back this season? I don't. Especially if you really want to see what this guy can do with this team. You got to just sit him for the rest of the year. Don't get him hurt. Don't rush it back. There's no rush, man. This team is not going anywhere at this point. They're 4-7. I think their playoff hopes are done. So, I mean, look, you never know. If they make a late playoff push and he is healthy enough to play, then maybe you pull the trigger on it. But again, they have no line to protect this guy. So you got to rush him back from this like fucking serious injury. You know, like what are you going to do? You got to rush him back from this like serious injury and then what? Just to get him on the field so he can get mauled because there's no fucking offensive line blocking for this guy? So to me, what do you do with this, man? To me, it's simple. You just sit him for the rest of the year. You really rehab him the right way and make sure he is 1,000% ready and healthy for next year. Because look, even if they draft a quarterback in the draft this year, this Rodgers thing is gonna happen. All right, and unless he starts again next year and he gets hurt again, then it's a done deal. But it's gonna happen. So my big thing is, unless there's a real reason for this guy to come back this year, he doesn't come back this year. What I really think it is their season is so fucked up and has gone so south at this point that they're just like, oh, the Rodgers thing, he's practicing now. Like, it's almost like to just like, give the Jet fans something, to, I guess, maybe be excited about. Like, I'm not excited about it because to me, it's a fucking joke. Like I said, man, he's he's rehabbing a serious fucking injury that usually takes people a full year to come back from. So, they said he was only like 79 days removed from the injury. I mean, it's fucking 2.5 months. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's an Achilles injury. So, but like I said, so that's enough of that. I just wanted to give my 2 cents with it. Like, to me, it's just a joke that they're even talking about this guy coming back and playing this year. It's a joke. So, like I said, unless they're pushing for the playoffs, which it don't look like they're gonna be, what's the point? You gonna actually start this guy if this team has no chance at the playoffs? I don't think so. So I like I said, I just think they're feeding some breadcrumbs to the Jet fans because the season has been that fucking bad at this point. Now, but again, and I talked about this in the last video. Listen, ultimately, this team needs to draft a quarterback. So you might as well just keep fucking losing this year and get a good draft pick and draft a quarterback. You have to fucking do that this draft. You have to. Even if you roll with Rodgers for 2 more years, he can learn under Rodgers. So, and like I said, I'm not even against the idea of drafting 2 quarterbacks, or draft one this year and then draft another one next year, And listen, I would keep drafting a quarterback every year until one of them hits. So, and that's it, man. Now as far as the Falcons go, I believe they're 5-6. I kind of said I was in that range with them in the last video. Like I said, I don't know too much about them. I haven't been following them this year. But they are 5-6. And that's a good thing because that's a better record than the Jets. So maybe the Jets will lose this one too. They need to lose out at this point. They really do. There's no point in this team fucking winning at this point. There really isn't. When it gets to this point, it's draft pick time in my fucking brain. Like, you got to get a good draft pick. You got to draft a quarterback. You have to draft a quarterback. So, and hopefully they can snag a good one. Like I said, I had mentioned that what I do know about the Falcons is they drafted that really good running back, and from what I think I know, he's having a good season as a rookie. I think, what's his name? Bijan Robinson. I could totally be off on that. Let me just take a look because. All right, so let's see how off. Bijan Robinson. So I think unless I'm saying it wrong, I think that's how you say it. But, this guy looks like he's having a good year. So it'll be interesting to see this guy. Other than that, man, there's really not much to talk about here. Other than I think that this team needs to lose out at this point. So now I'm rooting for losses now. So as far as prediction goes, now I could just simply predict that they will lose every game for the rest of the season, but I don't know if I can play it that way. I want them to lose every game from this point on. As long as it doesn't do too much damage to their fucking psyche, to the defense and whatever. I don't want the team to get completely wrecked psychologically from losing the rest of the games. There's, I believe, 6 games left, right? So, but, all right. Falcon prediction. Let me think. The Jets are at home, I believe. I think this is a tough one. I think you could flip a coin on this because I just think the Jets are going to play better. Then how the fuck can the Jets not play better than what they've been doing? So they're going to be at home. And they do have a fucking pretty good defense. So, man, I just want to see them lose. So I don't really want to predict a victory, but something tells me they're going to win this fucking game. So my prediction is the Jets win and they further fuck up their draft position. There you go. But I want them to lose. Like I said, I want this team to just lose out now and get a really good draft pick. So, but the prediction just feels like, and I don't even think I'm being a crazy fucking delusional Jet fan with this prediction. I just feel like this is a game that if they are going to win another game, like this is a game that, I could see them winning. And that's it, man. So, like I said, I wanted to keep this one short. And that's it, man. Look for the post-game video for the Falcon game. And then I believe we move on to the Texans. So that'll be interesting to talk about and check out. All right. Enjoy the game.